From dark and silent skies to the most decisive combat operations, the Angel of Death, the Lockheed AC-130, has been a symbol of relentless air power. This aircraft, born in the United States, is known as a true flying fortress. But what makes it so special? Why do the military regard it as one of their deadliest weapons? Today, we'll take you inside this aerial beast to explore its history, its impressive capabilities, and how it has left its mark on conflicts around the world. Are you ready to take off with us? Welcome to Military Vanguard. Let's get started. The Lockheed AC-130 is not just an aircraft for ground attack and close air support. It is a symbol of power and precision in combat. But to understand where this giant of the skies comes from, we first need to talk about its origins. The legendary C-130 Hercules, a military transport plane that revolutionized aerial operations after its creation in 1954. Designed by Lockheed, later known as Lockheed Martin, this aircraft quickly became the workhorse of the armed forces, thanks to its versatility and resilience. But here's the key question. How did it go from being a military transport aircraft to becoming a feared combat machine? The answer lies with the predecessors that paved the way. Before the Hercules was transformed into the AC-130, the military experimented with other aircraft under the gunship concept. In 1964, the Douglas AC-47 Spooky, also known as Puff the Magic Dragon, was developed as part of Project Gunship 1 during the Vietnam War. This aircraft, based on the C-47 transport plane, was equipped with rotary machine guns and designed to conduct circling attacks over ground targets. The Spooky demonstrated the enormous potential of gunships, but also revealed certain limitations, such as its low cargo capacity and outdated systems. In parallel, the AC-119K Stinger was developed based on the Fairchild C-119 flying boxcar. Although it introduced some improvements, this model still couldn't meet the demands of more intense missions. All of this cleared the way for the C-130 Hercules, which offered a more robust platform with greater cargo capacity, longer flight range, and higher speed. The C-130A Hercules, designed in 1954 as a tactical transport plane for troops and cargo, already showed its potential even without weaponry. Its ability to operate on short and unprepared airstrips made it ideal for missions in remote areas. This is where military strategists realized that this plane could do far more than just carry supplies. And they weren't wrong. The Hercules had it all and was the perfect candidate to become a gunship. The first model of the AC-130, the AC-130A Spectre, was specifically adapted for ground attack missions in 1967. The modifications were carried out at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, thanks to the joint efforts of Lockheed, Boeing, and the U.S. Aeronautical Systems Division. Its design was directly based on the C-130A, with its 4 turboprop engines and large cargo capacity, but it was completely reoriented for combat. It was armed with 4 7.62 mm miniguns and 4 20 mm Vulcan M61 automatic cannons. Additionally, it featured advanced night vision sensors, making it a significant upgrade from the AC-47. During the Vietnam War, the AC-130A replaced the AC-119 Shadow Gunship III, which had proven insufficient in both power and payload capacity. The AC-130A participated in key missions, solidifying itself as the ideal platform for the gunship concept. On November 9, 1967, the prototype of the AC-130A carried out its first combat mission. After a 90-day trial period at the Nha Trang base, 7 more aircraft were quickly converted. In 1968, a special variant called Surprise Package was introduced. This version reduced the number of miniguns to 2 and the 20mm Vulcans to 2 as well, but added two 40mm Bofors cannons. It was truly terrifying for the Vietnamese to see this armed colossus flying overhead, realizing that it meant the end was near. However, with the increasing threat of anti-aircraft artillery, the AC-130A began flying with F-4 Phantom fighters, tasked with neutralizing these defenses using cluster bombs. In 1970, 12 additional AC-130A aircraft were acquired under the PAVE Pronto project. Although they were officially part of this program, their crews nicknamed them Spectres or Ghosts, reflecting their ability to operate silently yet devastatingly on the battlefield. From that point on, the AC-130 became much more than just an aircraft. It evolved into an aerial predator capable of operating in any type of mission. From counterterrorism operations in challenging terrains to close air support in urban combat, this machine earned its reputation as a fearsome aircraft that could change the course of any battle. When the AC-130 went into action, it began flying at approximately 3,281 feet of altitude, making constant left-hand circles around its target. This is where the show began. With its cannons perfectly aimed, in a matter of seconds, the target was reduced to rubble. A precise and devastating destruction that left no doubt as to why it's a legend. But the AC-130 didn't stop with the Spectre model. Its evolution was unstoppable, and each new version brought more power and technology, taking it to dominate the skies like never before. The evolution of its variants gave it even more power and precision. First came the AC-130H Spectre, a direct evolution of the original model introduced in the 1970s. This colossus brought updated weaponry, including the iconic 40mm Bofors cannon and the massive 105mm howitzer, which practically turned the aircraft into airborne artillery. On top of that, its navigation and targeting systems were improved, making it lethal even in storms or under extreme weather conditions. It participated in critical combat missions and rescues, where its presence made all the difference. Next came the AC-130 Spooky II in 1995, a worthy homage to the legendary AC-47 Spooky. This version came with digitized targeting systems and additional weaponry, such as the 25mm Bushmaster cannon, perfect for surgical precision attacks. It also had an expanded cargo capacity and increased endurance for prolonged missions. It became a cornerstone in the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, providing close air support in urban combat and ensuring victory in key engagements. In the 2010s, the AC-130W Stinger II arrived, designed to be more versatile and modern. Although it reduced the number of traditional cannons, it made up for this with high-precision guided missiles, such as the AGM-176 Griffin and GBU-39 SDB glide bombs. This model doesn't need a hail of bullets to be effective. With a single strike, it can take out armored vehicles and enemy positions with incredible precision. And finally, but by no means least, we have the AC-130J Ghost Rider, officially introduced in 2017 and improved in 2022. This is the pinnacle of gunships, the most advanced aircraft of its kind. It is armed with a 30mm GAU-23A cannon, the classic 105mm howitzer, and the ability to launch missiles and smart bombs. But it's not just offensive. It also features electronic defense systems and advanced countermeasures that protect it from surface-to-air missiles. In summary, it's an unstoppable airborne fortress. Although it's not a fast aircraft, with a maximum speed of 301.3 miles per hour, its true strength lies in its ability to stay in the air for over 12 hours. This makes it a constant presence on the battlefield, capable of supporting missions for hours without rest. Let's talk about its size. The AC-130 is 97.8 feet long, has a wingspan of 132.5 feet, and stands at 38.4 foot tall. It's literally an armed colossus that can carry more weight than most combat aircraft, an incredible 153,729 pounds. And all this power is driven by 4 Allison T56A15 turboprops, each generating 5,101 horsepower. Thanks to this incredible propulsion, the AC-130 can fly up to a maximum distance of 2,535 miles and reach an altitude of 5.65 miles. Isn't it impressive? We're not talking about a simple cargo plane. This is a war machine in the sky, designed to perform impossible missions with a precision that leaves everyone speechless. Operating an AC-130 isn't a one-person job. This colossus of the skies requires a highly coordinated crew, where every member plays a crucial role in ensuring the mission's success. On average, an AC-130 has a crew of between 7 and 13 people, depending on the model and mission. Each has specific responsibilities, working together like a perfectly synchronized orchestra. At the helm are the pilot and co-pilot, responsible for keeping the plane in the exact position for attacks, while maneuvering to avoid enemy threats. Then there's the flight engineer, who monitors all mechanical, electrical, and propulsion systems to ensure everything runs smoothly, even in the chaos of combat. The navigator plays a vital role by planning the plane's route and ensuring it is always in the ideal position for precise attacks. Among the weapon specialists are the fire control officer, who coordinates all weaponry and gives the firing orders, and the gunners, responsible for operating and maintaining the aircraft's powerful cannons, from the mighty 105mm howitzer to the rapid miniguns. On the other hand, the sensor operators serve as the AC-130's advanced eyes, using infrared cameras and radar to locate targets under any condition, at night, in the rain, or across difficult terrain. Finally, the electronic countermeasures officer is the brain behind the plane's defenses, ensuring threats like enemy missiles are neutralized with flares and other countermeasure technologies. Imagine this: an airborne orchestra in full flight, where every crew member must be perfectly synchronized for the plane to function as a true flying fortress. Constant communication is key during a mission. The crew must adapt quickly to new threats or changes in objectives. It's this impeccable coordination that makes the AC-130 a true titan of the skies. The price of an AC-130 isn't insignificant. Each unit costs approximately $190 million. Expensive? Maybe. But when you consider its ability to change the course of a battle, it seems like more than a justified investment. Currently, there are an estimated 31 active units, all operated by the United States Air Force. These aircraft are exclusive to the U.S., meaning no other nation has them in their arsenal. This is no coincidence. The AC-130 is considered a vital strategic resource, and its technology isn't shared with allies. Since its introduction during the Vietnam War, the AC-130 has been present in virtually every conflict in which the United States has participated. In all of these engagements, the AC-130 has played a crucial role, from providing close air support to carrying out surgical strikes against strategic targets. While the AC-130 is an impressive machine, it's not invincible. Over its long history, 10 units have been reported as shot down, most during the Vietnam War, where they faced intense anti-aircraft fire. These losses don't tarnish its reputation. On the contrary, they highlight the danger of the missions it undertakes. One of the most remarkable stories occurred during the Gulf War in 1991. An AC-130H Spectre took a direct hit from a surface-to-air missile while supporting ground troops. Despite the damage, The crew kept the plane in the air long enough to complete the mission and protect the forces on the ground. Miraculously, they managed to return to base with the plane on fire. This incident not only demonstrates the resilience of the AC-130, but also the bravery of its crews. The AC-130 has never stopped evolving since its creation, and future upgrades promise to keep it an indispensable tool on the battlefield. Planned updates include more advanced weaponry, with high-energy lasers being tested that could partially replace traditional cannons, offering quieter, more precise, and devastating strikes. Additionally, the integration of artificial intelligence systems is being planned to identify targets faster and with greater accuracy, even in scenarios with limited visibility or complex urban terrain. Advanced electronic countermeasure systems and increased protection against hypersonic missiles and enemy drones are also on the horizon. Plans include updates to more efficient engines and structural adaptations to allow for ultra-long-range missions without the need for frequent refueling. With these improvements, the AC-130 will not only maintain its status as a legendary gunship, but will also be ready to face the challenges of future warfare. The AC-130 doesn't just dominate the skies, it has also left its mark on popular culture. In movies, it appears in films such as Transformers, Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, and Olympus Has Fallen, showcasing its power in combat scenes. In video games, it's an absolute star in titles like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, where players can experience the devastating force of the AC-130 from a first-person perspective. It's a fan favorite. For these reasons and more, the AC-130 isn't just a plane. It's a symbol of aerial supremacy, precision, and unstoppable power. From the battlefields of Vietnam to modern wars against terrorism, it has proven to be an indispensable asset in the skies. Its ability to adapt and evolve keeps it relevant, while its stories of heroism and destruction have solidified its place as a legend. With every new model and every upgrade, the AC-130 continues to raise the bar for what a gunship can achieve. And although it isn't fast or stealthy, its mere presence in the sky can change the outcome of any confrontation. It's more than just a plane. It's a war machine that writes its own story with every mission. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the incredible world of the Lockheed AC-130. What other plane or military vehicle would you like us to explore in future videos? Leave us a comment, subscribe, and share this video to keep diving into the best of military technology with Vanguardia Milita. But remember, don't give up. The best is yet to come.